I'm from Littleton, Massachusetts. It's like 40 minutes northwest of Boston.
Greenport is pretty much very far east on Long Island on the North Fork.
I'm from Northborough, Massachusetts, and it's kind of right smack in the middle of Worcester and Boston.
Okay. My first house was in Greenport, Long Island, New York. I've lived there for as long as I can remember. I kind of remember the first time going in, being empty and seeing Rugrats on TV.
The first house that I lived in was this big yellow house, and it was on this little road called Sugarloaf Lane. And the road was really bumpy and gravelly, and it was terrible to ride your bike on because you had to just swerve potholes the whole time. But I really loved that house because it was kind of in the woods, but we had a big front yard.
The first house I remember was in Northborough, and it was 35 Westbrook Road, and I lived there since I can remember. It was just a cute little ranch that we put this huge addition onto, and I remember that being a big thing because it took a couple months, and we always used to get skunks stuck in the hole that was being built for the addition, and my dad and I would have such a good time coaxing them out with pickles.
One place that I like a lot, I guess, is called the Littleton Cafe. And it takes up the other half of the building is an auto body shop, and then the cafe is just this little dinky little cafe that's run by a mom and her daughter. They're the Alvarados, Brittany and Mrs. Alvarado. It's only open from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. for some reason. One notable person who lives in my town is just this old guy who I think is a hoarder. I don't know. He collects all he has is always driving his bike around. And he has this bike with a milk crate attached to it with bungee cords, and he's always riding around town in a full suit.
There's one guy in particular named Haywood. He's known to walk around town a little more than intoxicated.
It's not a small town, but it acts like it's a small town. Everybody's very gossipy and really I don't know, they make a big deal out of who the townies are, and if you're not third generation Northborough, you don't hang out with other people that are.
There used to be a tradition in the high school. There were a few farms in my town, and so every Halloween was Pumpkin Day, and kids would drive around and just steal as many pumpkins as they could from people's houses and from the farms and all kinds of stuff. And then they would just line all the hallways of the high school with pumpkins.
It's pretty small. I don't know how many people, but it's pretty small. We recently moved over the summer. It's kind of rough. A lot of memories there.
It's home, and I love it.
And now that I'm away, I could never see myself living in a town like that.